An Ornatrix was a hairdresser in ancient Rome. She was the private hairdressing servant of the female members of a Roman family. Using only very simple tools, the Ornatrix created the distinctive, wearable art immortalized in ancient Roman portraiture. Three-strand outside braiding is a necessary skill for the Ornatrix. Outside braids show distinct visual characteristics. From their origin point, outside braids display a discrete pattern of upside-down V's where the strands of hair overlap at the center of the braid. In this video, you will learn how to weave several types of outside braids and variants using a technique optimized for hairdressers, that is, for those who wish to braid the hair of others, not themselves. You will learn the free-hanging outside braid, the symmetrical augmenting outside braid, and over-directed augmenting outside braids. For all of the following braids, 3 strands will be passed from hand to hand in a specific pattern while the strands are kept separated by the thumb and first 3 fingers of each hand. By passing the strands from hand to hand, you maximize control of the hair and always have one hand free to comb, detangle, or otherwise perfect the braid as you go along. This minimizes time-consuming do-overs. We'll start with the simplest form, free-hanging braids. Free-hanging braids dangle loosely from the head and will swing with the motion of the body, thus the name. The outside braiding mantra is, pinch from the center and pass the others. With the palm facing up, grasp the ribbons between the thumb and first 3 fingers of the right hand. With the thumb and index finger of the left hand, pinch the center green ribbon firmly and swing the remaining fingers of the left hand under the other strands. Pass the remaining 2 ribbons between the index and middle finger and the middle finger and ring finger. The black ribbon is now in the center, the left palm is facing up. Pinch the center black strand with the thumb and index finger of the right hand. Swing the right hand under and pass the remaining strands between the index and middle and ring fingers. The right palm is facing upward. The orange strand is in the center. Pinch it with the thumb and index finger of the left hand, swing the left hand under, and pass the remaining strands between the index and middle and ring fingers. Continue in this manner, repeating the mantra, pinch from the center and pass the others all the way down. Practice the braid using ribbons as many times as necessary before moving to natural hair. When braiding natural hair, it is important to pinch out the entire center strand before passing, otherwise the braid may tangle. Groom any tangles by combing the offending strands with your free hand. Augmenting braids are more complex than free-hanging braids. The braid begins with a smaller portion of hair than will ultimately be included in the braid. The initial portion of hair is divided into 3, and with each pass of weaving, an additional substrand of hair can be added to one of the pre-existing strands. The symmetrical augmenting outside braid sits in high, well-defined relief on the surface of the head. It is indistinguishable in appearance from its free-hanging sister, except for the characteristic pattern of scalp striations indicating the paths of the augmenting strands. Before braiding, free the hair of tangles. The mantra goes, add a strand to the side, pinch from the center, and pass the others. Add a strand to the side, pinch from the center, and pass the others. Divide a small area of hair at the top of the section to be braided. Divide it into 3 even strands. Pinch from the center and pass the others 3 times to begin the braid. Always augment on the side of your free hand. Lift the augmenting strand with a hair bodkin, as shown, or use the pinky nail of the free hand, or a tail comb if preferred. Clean, uniform substrands produce the best-looking braids. To save time, hairdressers never put down their parting tool, but pass it from hand to hand as necessary. It is important to pick up the entire center strand before passing, otherwise the braid may tangle. If you find it easier, use the bodkin to help you pick up the center strand. Hand position is critically important in creating augmenting braids. To achieve a nice, tight augmenting braid, the hand holding onto the hair must remain in constant contact with the scalp. If your augmenting braids sag at the nape and you don't wish them to, ask the patron to tilt her head forward and downward so that the backs of your hands fit more easily into the nape area. Asymmetrical augmenting braids increase from one side only. Divide a small area of hair at the place where you wish the braid to begin. Divide it into 3 even strands. Pinch from the center and pass the others 3 or 4 times as necessary. Augment only from the chosen side. Keeping the hands close to the scalp results in a tighter braid. Augmenting braids may be woven in ways that create loose or lacy effects. This technique is called overdirection. Overdirection occurs when the hands are held away from the head so that each augmenting strand has a slightly longer root than the one preceding it. Begin the braid at the desired origin point and, lifting the braid away from the head, Use free-hanging braid technique for at least 3 passes. As you augment, add hair to both or only one side of the braid. To spread out the laciness, weave extra passes of free-hanging braid between each augmentation. Once you master outside braiding, you are only limited by the length of the hair and your imagination.